when her mother dies 2 years ago. The state of Connecticut put a lien on the Stamford home she and her mother and siblings inherited. It's, it said she owes 83,762 to cover the cost of her 2.5 years imprisonment for drug crimes, and that's a damn shame. Why should you have any kind of hold on her to make her pay for her own prison stay? You know what I'm saying? When you the one who took the FBI and drove drugs into the black community, and for years you've been driving drugs into the black community and forcing black people to even sell it for them. You know what I'm saying? Or tricking them into it in many ways, and it's spread across the neighborhood and so on and so on. You have done many things to cause people to have to do the most desperate thing. But one of the things you shouldn't do is be charging them, $83,762 and putting a lien on the house of this of the mother. You know what I'm saying? And saying that she owed this type of money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But now this is crazy because this is bullshit. This is racism in its fullness. Because you putting that type of crisis on the person, how you expect the people or the family to come from under the garbage in what took place as a whole? They need to be released from that type of lien against the property as a whole because that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? She was incarcerated. She did her time and she was released. You know what I'm saying? Why would you make her pay for all of that? Doesn't make any sense. And it was only a 2 year stay. But in the 2 years, she owed 83,000. Come on now. This seems like some old demon democratic bullshit to go trick once again. So nobody ain't fooling me with that one. And you need to release the people from that debt immediately because it doesn't show equality in no shape or form and doesn't show any form of true rehabilitation. Of all the legal threats Trump is facing, is this the one that could take him down? Donald J. Trump lawyers are earning their keep. They're earning their keep. As we see, the president of the United States attorney have raised to put out one fire after another in recent months as they defended the President of the United States from investigations into the spiraling into the spiraling away of spiraling away of secret documents among. See how they're focusing on this documents among the logger now? You see, once they did the Roe versus Wade trickery, now they're gonna slam home this Mar-a-Lago bullshit. So that's supposed to put the needle in the coffin. You see what I'm saying? Yes, we see the trickery in that. His part in the storming of the Capitol. So we have the storming of the Capitol, we have the Roe versus Wade, and now we have the Mar-a-Lago joint. Okay, Capitol during his last days of office and the twin probe into his business dealing. How does that has to do with them rushing the Capitol? His business dealing does not make sense. His business dealing, whether you like it or not, has nothing to do with you are trying to claim him as the one who caused the rush on the Capitol. This is what we call demon Democrat blackball surmounting. You know what I'm saying? But the greatest legal danger to Trump may come from the quiet working of the grand jury in Georgia hearing evidence of his illegal attempts to overturn the state 2020 potential election results and prevent Joe creepy ass Biden from taking office. Nobody wanted him in there in the first place. So that's full of shit too. I want to hear that garbage. You just talking about and shit and constantly every all we hearing is Trump, 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 Trump. What the fuck I see y'all doing up in there? Spending money and then talk about another $8 billion going over to Taiwan and these different places. But where the people's money, motherfucker? Why you talking about goddamn Trump all the motherfucking time? Where the people's money, motherfucker? Let's ask that question and let's see some of Hillary Clinton records and creepy Joe Biden creepy ass son. You know what I'm saying? And Biden himself. We need to see that and Obama and the rest of them. We need to see all their documents up front, including the 9/11 documents as well. Nearly 100 Republicans urged Pelosi to hold President creepy ass Joe Biden accountable for student loan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was going to do that bullshit anyway. The U.S. Supreme Court Sotomayor keeps New York City COVID treatment mandates running. Yeah, because that's why Biden put it there. So you must understand that. It says the U.S. Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor, listen to her name, Sonia Sotomayor, yeah, another Spanish guy, on the Monday declined to block New York City from enforcing its mandates that all municipal workers be treated against COVID, rebuffing the police detectives who challenged the public mandates, or the health policy. The liberal justice denied detective attorney uh, Marcos Seniors, or whatever his name is, request for a stay. They was going to do that anyway. That was not. That was that. What Biden pulled based on a demon Democrats pulled in his whole scheme of creeping us up to a pandemic and then a world global pandemic shit did not fool anyone. It was expected. What we wanted people to do was understand what was really going on under the simplicity of this so-called virus garbage that they were talking about. But people didn't do that. People got caught up in the fact of riots, elections, Biden rushing everything down people's throats. You know what I'm saying? That was his campaign. You know what I'm saying? But like up to now, we now see where this result have paid the price of many people's lives based on their fucking bullshit that they say it was. Even using A systematic, B systematic, good healthy people spreading it and all type of fuck up lies like that. We don't have time for that. Now we see Beasley or whatever her name is throw sheriff support oppose defunding the police. Yeah, all them demon Democrats want to win the office right now is going to change their sing and dance. You best believe that. You best believe they're gonna bully. You see what I'm saying? They bully. You know what I'm saying? So after they pull all the schemes, fuck up all the black people, now the black people want to win office and shit, so they're gonna start talking good shit. You see North Carolina US Senate candidate Sherry Beasley or whatever her name is, pitch herself Monday as a bridge between law enforcement and the Democratic demon bullshitical party, appealing to moderate voters in one of the nation's most competitive race for the seat in the narrow divided chamber. You should put a Republic in there, North Carolina. Stop with the demon democratical slave mastership that been castrating and hanging your people from trees when they wanted to vote Republican away from them because they wasn't even allowed in no demon democratical party. Now I'm seeing at that time, and you're going to turn around and betray your ancestors and now voting for these motherfuckers, like as if you don't see no wrong they have ever did, and you know for well they have. Same with Republicans have been in the same position as well. Many of them have involved themselves in a lot of garbage being on the Republican side, but it goes on both sides, not just one side. You see what I'm saying? And the demon Democrat have led our government for years into pure shit, hell, and fucking demon craft bullshit. At the end and the F to the word Democrat, you get demon craft. You know what I'm saying? Same shit. You know what I mean? So we know that this so-called lady here, whatever her name is, Beasley or whatever, Beasley or whatever, she just trying to get her fucking self elected and stay in office down there in North Carolina and backing up the demon democratical garbage that's going on. At least 32, at least 32 people dead following violence clash between rival militants in Libya, capital of Tripoli. Here we go with the bullshit. Here we go with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And the hope is to drive out the beasts who have influence in your country and have you at each other's throat at this time of war all over the place. It seems like everywhere that Bill Gates and these people have went and been and do and this and that have all erupted into straight garbage. Same thing with the Biden administration. Just because you see us over here in America don't mean that they're involved over there with the leader and corrupted that leader. And now the people have seen the garbage. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But we see the moronics, I guess, school officials announced settlement in racial discrimination case, and it shouldn't be no discrimination in school at all. So that tells me that you're doing a whack of garbage in that school. New York Democrats continue to attack on Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Yeah, coming from Kathy Axel, Luciferian fucking dead looking, retarded looking, fucking demon blood sucking, drinking Baphomet, and you know what else? You know what I'm saying? Axel retarded ass. She got nerve to speak about Ron DeSantis. For real? And even Lee Zeldin, her crooked ass, she won't wear no fucking mask. Yeah, and she wasn't even treated. She was at his parties, partying with no mask on, living it up on the sunshine, because she knew full well that she was put into that office to do the garbage that we see going on. Because she should have lifted any mandates past the Supreme Court and lifted those mandates in New York for real, which has happened, I guess. But now we see Sotomayor, the demon blood sucker, up in there doing garbage as well. You know what I'm saying? So we know the Supreme Court is corrupted in so many ways, but on a demon Democrat, demon craft side. The New York Post reported that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis had to pull out of a fundraiser, you know what I'm saying, gubernatorial thing. I guess he was something, he had an unseen situation, but we don't mind nothing from Kathy Oxford because to me she's nothing but a crook from the old book. The public health warning has been strikes continue. I guess they ain't picking up the garbage. I wish all these Republicans who talking, I mean demon Democrats who talking all this bullshit about equality need to get up there and help pick up the garbage as well because that's what you are. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't show us a fucking thing in 47 fucking years except blood sucking, child sacrifice, and tape of garbage, conspiracy garbage that came up in your time, and even linking all the way to Ali Baldwin. You know what I'm saying? Derek Chavez, former officer who killed George Floyd, is moved to Arizona prison. Imagine that. He gets special treatment after killing a black man. But we know full well that that was going to happen. Texas governor guilty of mass kidnapping. Since April, it has been reported that Texas Governor Greg Abbott and his administration have deported over 7,000 migrants and more from the southern Texas border to New York City. Buses have been filled with migrants, families, and individuals and sent north to the Big Apple. Reported indicate that these people are arriving in New York hungry, thirsty, and in need of medical attention. But listen to me, Greg Abbott, you can't overload Texas. You can't overload Texas City and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Because the crime rate will shoot up, and you know that. Second of all, they send them to New York City. What you think will happen in New York? Same thing gonna happen. But this is all while Mr. Eric Adams is sitting up there with his cue ball self talking this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You and creepy ass Joe Biden is the one that said you had open border policy and you have 100 days to get to the border if you're escaping coyotes on cartel. Most of those put on the bus, you know what I'm saying, are forced to do so or have broader mis do so or have broader misinformation about what is happening to them. This policy by the ultra conservative Republican governor and his minors amount of mass kidnap what million or whatever amounts to kidnapping. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. What it amounts to the fact that he's trying to relieve his state from something that could turn into potentially one of the most deadliest places in the world, with this right being right next to Mexico, so close as well. You know what I'm saying? So he's just doing what he has to do to get some of the pressure off of the city and protect his people from going into a civil war with these people over time in the next maybe 20, 30 years. Because everything the Democrats do, they do within that time to do that to get the heat off themselves in many ways. So Mr. Eric Adams needs to house the people and do what he has to do to help to make sure he quell the situation. But Mr. Eric Adams, you are not a Democrat bully, ball-headed football clown. And you know full well what's going to happen. So you can't blame Mr. So because isn't that what y'all really wanted? Why would you have an open border policy and then talking about kidnapping when you have millions of drones of lines of people coming over the border rushing and running to get out of there because you over there shooting the people or telling the people over there, the governor, and you in bed with them Democratic other motherfuckers over there in South America, they over there riding around just shooting people and killing people and murdering people so the people now running and rushing to the border because you know what I'm saying? You ramped up violence over there and killing all the people, so they run over here. And then talking about over border policy, and I guess if people weren't moving fast enough, so y'all got to shooting and killing. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these governors over there and presidents over there in South America ain't no more than working for the Biden administration and the even democratical trick that they want to stay in power for the rest of their life. But we need to get them the fuck out or we need to put enough stalemate in there to balance their ass out that Kamala do not have the one vote to decide anything to do with any policy. Secret Service agents, you know what I'm saying? Secret Service